Hello and welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled about our topic today because we're looking at one of the most awe-inspiring yet surprisingly little-known apex predators to literally ever walk the earth. Okay, let's dive into this. We are counting down 10 mind-blowing facts about a dinosaur that's completely rewriting the prehistoric hierarchy in Asia. We are talking about a true heavyweight monster from the late Cretaceous.
To set the stage, I want you to ask yourself, what predator was just as massive as a T-Rex but ruled the world millions of years earlier? Well, over the next few minutes, we're going to count down 10 incredible facts about this creature. And here's the best part. We're going to deliberately escalate in scale. We'll start with its wild discovery and build all the way up to some insane recent fossil measurements. These facts absolutely prove this dinosaur wasn't just some mid-sized hunter. It rivaled the absolute largest carnivores in Earth's history.
Let's kick things off with fact number 1, the name. It's officially called Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus, and that translates perfectly to the Great Tyrant from Zhucheng. It's incredibly fitting, honestly. This was a massive tyrannosaurian, so part of the exact same terrifying family of two-legged predators as the T-Rex, and it completely dominated the floodplains of late Cretaceous China. But the story of how we actually found this tyrant, that's where things get really wild.
Which brings us to fact 2, and the literal irony of its discovery. Now, you'd probably think a predator of this magnitude would be uncovered by, some massive, dedicated scientific expedition trekking through the remote wilderness, right? Nope, not even close. The bones of Zhuchengtyrannus were actually discovered in 2009 by a local construction crew. And get this, what were they building? They were literally digging the foundation for a dinosaur museum. Yeah, they were preparing to house fossils in Shandong province, and in doing so, they accidentally unearthed a completely new apex predator. You just can't make this stuff up.
Fact 3 shows us the absolute sheer scale of the environment where it died. 15,000. That's the number. 15,000 fossil items pulled from the astonishing Zhucheng bone bed. For years, actually, local farmers would find these so-called dragon bones and boil them down into medicinal soups. But once paleontologists finally started excavating, they uncovered a 300-meter-long fossil graveyard. Professor Zhu Jing, the lead researcher, actually called it a death sandwich, which is a great visual, right? It's literally thousands upon thousands of bones from multiple species, just all squished and jumbled together by ancient floods. And lurking right there inside that death sandwich, our great tyrant.
Fact 4, an unbelievable femur.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is, back when this dinosaur was first described in 2011, scientists just had a jawbone and some skull fragments. They knew it was big, sure, maybe 5 or 6 tons. But recently, researchers sifting through that massive bone bed found some staggering new material, specifically a femur, a leg bone. For the longest time, Tarbosaurus was the undisputed heavyweight champion of Asia, right? Its largest femur measured 1.12 meters. But this newly identified femur belonging to Zhuchengtyrannus, it clocks in at a whopping 1.21 meters. That is 8% longer than the biggest Tarbosaurus, officially crowning Zhuchengtyrannus as having the longest Tyrannosaur femur ever found in Asia. It puts it right up there with a massive subadult T-Rex.
Fact 5, the Zhucheng vertebra. And this brilliantly illustrates that a leg bone wasn't the only thing they found. This specific fossil, affectionately nicknamed the Zhucheng vertebra, completely shatters our understanding of just how unbelievably bulky this predator was. Using precise 3D scanning, researchers measured the width of this 13th dorsal vertebra at exactly 28.0 centimeters. Okay, let's compare that to Su, literally one of the largest and most famous T-Rex specimens ever found. Su's equivalent vertebra is 28.4 centimeters wide. Guys, they're nearly identical. This proves Zhuchengtyrannus wasn't just long, it packed the immense, barrel-chested bulk of a fully grown T-Rex.
Fact 6, the heavyweight rankings.
Building off those staggering bone measurements, we basically have to rip up and reevaluate the global heavyweight rankings. Normally, T-Rex tops the charts, with those massive specimens weighing anywhere from 8 to over 11 tons. South America's Gigantosaurus usually comes in at a highly respectable 8 to 9 tons, but with these revised estimates, Zhuchengtyrannus is pushing 9 to 11 plus tons. Let that sink in. That means this dinosaur is legitimately in the running for the second largest theropod to ever walk the Earth. It's effectively dethroning Gigantosaurus.
Fact 7, the menu of the tyrant.
So if you're a 10-ton, bone-crushing predator stomping around China during the Campanian Age, that's right near the end of the Late Cretaceous, what on earth do you eat to fuel a body the size of a bus? You can't just snack on little lizards, right? You need serious calories. Well, the menu was absolutely colossal. The Zhucheng floodplains were incredibly dangerous, populated by absolute giants. Zhuchengtyrannus hunted the 2-ton horned dinosaur Sinoceratops and even dealt with the heavily armored, club-tailed Senecalosaurus. But the main course? That was something far, far larger.
Fact 8. The ultimate weight mismatch. To truly appreciate the insane scale of these ancient Asian dinosaur battles, we need to look at this ecosystem's main predator-prey dynamic. Even at an immense 11 tons, Zhuchengtyrannus was regularly dwarfed by its dinner. I'm talking about Shantungosaurus. This was the largest duck-billed dinosaur to ever exist, weighing between 13 and 17 tons. Just to put that into perspective, this plant eater weighed as much as the largest prehistoric mammoths. A clash between these two would have literally shaken the earth. Now, obviously, a smart predator targets the young, the old, or the sick, but still, the fact remains. Zhuchengtyrannus evolved its unbelievable bulk specifically to take down animals that significantly outweighed it.
Fact 9. A prehistoric head start.
Let's move to and see how this built. Because one of the most fascinating things about this dinosaur isn't just how big it got, but when it got that big. Zhuchengtyrannus ruled Asia around 80 million years ago. T-Rex, on the other hand, didn't even show up in North America until about 68 million years ago. That means this massive Asian predator was out there hunting mammoth-sized prey roughly 12 million years before T-Rex was even a thought. If you grew up thinking T-Rex was the first and only king of the dinosaurs, actually scratch that. This completely flips that childhood idea on its head. They didn't live at the same time at all. Zhuchengtyrannus had a massive prehistoric head start.
Fact 10. The origin of tyrants.
Finding such a gigantic, highly evolved, and incredibly early tyrannosaur in China carries massive evolutionary implications. It's essentially the pillar of the Asian origin hypothesis. Because Zhuchengtyrannus predates T-Rex by millions of years, and because it shows extreme gigantism happens super early in their family tree, it strongly backs up the theory that the biggest tyrannosaurs first evolved in Asia. Zhucheng, which is rightly nicknamed China's dinosaur city, is just producing this wealth of new species. It really suggests these apex predators perfected their bone-crushing designs in the East long before they ever migrated to North America.
So the crucial point is, did the most famous predators on Earth, the quintessential American T-Rex, actually trace their towering, terrifying lineage back to the floodplains of ancient China? Well, the formidable size and age of Zhuchengtyrannus Magnus strongly suggests the answer is absolutely yes. It's honestly just a testament to how one accidental discovery, by a construction crew, no less, can completely rewrite the history books and reveal a prehistoric heavyweight we literally never knew existed. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep your curiosity alive, and I really hope this leaves you eager to learn even more about the incredible, mind-blowing story of dinosaur evolution.